2023 was a horrible year to be an Astros fan. I mean, I'm talking like bad. I don't know how other to explain that. It was just not a good year. Let's put it that way. A team that was a World Series competitor coming into this year. I know you can't see it, but I'm being sarcastic here. Coming into this year, the Astros knew they were not going to win the World Series. They knew that they probably weren't going to get to the ALCS, and they knew that they probably weren't going to do anything pretty big this year. I think everybody saw the picture. First year, the Astros missed the playoffs in forever, and then the MLB spams that out because that's their new, big thing. Like, hey, this good team, they missed the playoffs. Like, now, Shohei Ohtani can go win a World Series or whatever. Or Aaron Judge, your typical media things that the MLB post. But no, to start the year, the MLB got what they wanted. Astros are trash, they're horrible, they're not going to make the playoffs, and MLB is making bank off of Shohei Ohtani. But then, the Astros I don't even know, they flipped a switch or something. I guess they just didn't have on, brain mode. And, now they're tied with the Mariners. And then it's a fight. And then it's, wait, we're ahead. Hold on, we got to keep this. Hold on. Now we just clinched the playoffs. Now we just clinched the postseason. What is happening? We just clinched the division. It was a 180 quick. That was probably the best moment in a little while for the Astros. And you get to that. Great, that's done. And then you get to the playoffs, and your season's over like that. If each day was a second, then right there, the season's over. But, I mean, it was just, again, that's just bad. It was bad. And there's a lot of factors that went into that. First off, you get a new manager. Second off, the general manager just doesn't know what he's doing. Third off, injuries. Injuries. Well, first off, Kyle Tucker, your probably second or third best player, maybe fourth, on this entire team, goes out in the middle of the year and is out for 2-3 months. Finally comes back, and he's the Kyle Tucker we know. But he played 78 games. This is wild. He played 78 games, and he hit 23 home runs. The guy above him played 140-something games, hit 26. And the guy above him played 147 games, I want to say, and he hit 35 home runs. Can you guess who those top two guys were? Well, one of them was Alex Bregman, and one of them was Jordan Alvarez. The first one was Jordan Alvarez, and the second one was Alex Bregman. So Bregman had 26. Bregman played half as many games as Kyle Tucker and only had 3 better home runs. Kyle Tucker's an X factor. If you could put an X factor under his name in Madden, and you did that in real life, I mean, that was it. That's like losing your best player in fantasy. It's horrible. That was the worst injury of the year. But not only that, you don't have a starting pitching roster. You don't have a rotation. I mean, in 2022, for example, you had one of the best pitching rotations in the entire major leagues. Then you get here to 2024, going to be a great year. Well, let's just go through this. To start the year, you didn't have Justin Verlander. You didn't have Jose Urquidy. You didn't have Christian Javier. You didn't have Luis Garcia. Guess who your first pitchers are? It is Framber Valdez. That's pretty notable. You know Framber. You know Hunter Brown. But guess who's behind him? It's minor leagues. You don't know these guys. Spencer Arguetti. Manil Blanco. Pretty sure Brandon Bally was in there once. Jake Bloss. You have a few other guys. And then trade deadline comes around, you get Yusei Kikuchi. Okay. Horrible trade, but Yusei Kikuchi's getting better. Welcome to H-Town, Yusei. And then, everything happens, everything unfolds. You're starting to lose more players. And eventually, you get to the end of the year, and you clinch the playoffs, and it's looking all, nice. It really was not nice. I mean, I tried making a video about this earlier, and it took me 17 minutes to explain all this. So I just deleted all that, and I said, I'm going to come in with a fresh mind. I'm going to do this again, and I'm not going to read the statistics to you because I went off on the statistics. I'm a very statistical nerd. I'm just going to put that out there. Very statistical nerd. I really want to go back in the stats, but I'm not. You're welcome. But let's just say, again, Kyle Tucker is the X Factor. I mean, the best guy in the playoffs in the 2 games we played. He had 5 at-bats, and he's batting .400. I like to do it off of 10. He would have been batting .200 in the playoffs. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's just not great. But, we did better than we expected. We made the playoffs. But, I think a lot of people knew coming into this year, especially the Houston fan base, we weren't going to go deep. 2022, we want Houston, and we're feeling that energy. This year we didn't feel the energy. And the fans didn't feel that energy. The Minute Maid Park did not feel that energy. There was just no playoff baseball. We didn't feel that. Because playoff baseball to us is the ALCS and the World Series. Those are the 2 big games I watch, or the 2 big series I watch. Other than that, I could give 2 horses on what happens. It's ultimately a horrible year for us. And what can we do to fix it? Well, first off, we can probably not try to get anybody injured. That'd be a pretty good idea. And, get a better manager. Now, again, I can't go off on Joe Espada because it's his first year. You throw a toddler in a baseball game, expect him to hit a home run on his first at-bat. And that's just not going to happen. Now, do we think we probably should have gone a little bit deeper? Was there some choices that maybe Espada made that were like, what? Maybe you are a toddler trying to hit a home run. But I think, Dana Brown didn't do a good job. I think Espada didn't do a good job. I think the Astros got to be more conservative with their money. And we got to do better. Ultimately, that's the main goal. But I think one of the saddest things that I got to say is I think this is the end of the Houston Astros dynasty. 7 years of ALCS baseball, Houston playoff baseball. Astros have a chance to go back to the World Series 2017 all the way to 2023. 6 years of greatness. 7 years of greatness. I'm sorry to say this, Houston, but we have a problem. And that's that the Houston Astros dynasty is over.
And Altuve hits it in the air pretty deep to left. Carter is back at the wall, leaves, and it is gone! It's gone!